Ka tēnei te mihi. My name's Kuruho, and I was fortunate to be working on this amazing kaupapa for EONZ. So here's a bit of an explanation around how we arrived at some of the tohu and designs, which ultimately led to the representation of He Kakano. Kupu from some of the early framework was I te timatanga ko te kore, and in te ao Māori, te kore was not just a nothingness, but a place for thought and ideas to flourish. So this process of developing He Kakano and its visual appearance was really much about going into te kore so that we can come through into te ao marama. This tohu here is quintessential and perfect and really laying down the foundation and the basis for our mahi. Ko tōna ingoa ko takarangi. So pulling in the kōrero from whare whakairo, houses of carving, and ngā whare toi, we're able to start to draw a picture of rangi, papa, te ao marama, te kore, te pō, spaces in between, negatives, but also talk a lot about our connection to te taiao. So inside this tohu alone, it talks about the separation of rangi and papa and the light coming through. This, like I said, I think this design was a really great place for us to start with, and immediately when I was connecting with the whakaaro and ideas and sentiments and concepts that were being expressed through the original sort of documentation around the framework, and after kōrero with kaimahi Māori and senior leaders within EONZ, we settled with this design. They didn't want to connect us back to Te Taiao and how the Kakano framework is very much about the Taiao being the ultimate teacher. There is a multitude of seeds, there's a multitude of things going on in Te Taiao, but we only need to take a look at one seed, and inside that seed, it becomes the central point for our visual designs to start to flourish and start to grow from. So the Taiao is the educator, is the kaiako, is the guide, and it is leading our akonga, our pia, our tauira, our taura on a journey of discovery. So I want us to imagine the kakano and its potential. What we did is we utilized the geometry from a kakano, from the seed, and we applied our takarangi thinking into that. We also are able to orientate this design in different ways and utilize different components of the takarangi, whether it's the left hand hook or the right hand hook, have it pointed or circular at its endings and at its points. So we started to find that there are a lot of different possibilities in terms of its layout. Here we have some examples around how the takarangi and the kakano work together, but also work independently. So there's an interconnection between our takarangi design, our kakano. So through collaboration processes, we evolved this design and this kakano to represent different symbols and different spaces within the outdoor education sector. And working closely with Husk as well to come up with these different ways but this tohu can be applied. In essence, Te Kakano and He Kakano is our commitment to empowering and growing educators and our tauira within the sector. Oui. So, anei te, I suppose, te pūtake, the origin of a lot of the kōrero, and you can see what I just covered through very quickly. Talks about a tipu I ruia ka puta mai ngā tipu. And we have our kakano. And the kōrero that's underpinning this e kore au e ngaro he kākono I ruia mai rangiate. I will not be lost, for I am a seed sown from rangiate or from greatness. I hope this helps provide a bit more horopaki, a bit more context into the thinking and around the design and the evolution of the design. Ka mihi.